領域展開。無料空所。
Also, let John class party remain with him until party for origin. Alright. Well, I'm glad to have you with me, Joshua. I need to go back now because I'm taking care of all the side missions I accepted in, or maybe I didn't. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I missed that one. Unless that one just got added. Alright. Just give me a second. Let's go. I don't know. I'm gonna get my revenge on that Behemoth King. That's for certain. Just not right now. Once I get everything I need, when the time is right, you'll never see it coming. I'm not worried about any of these caches, bro. They're all trash and they're weak. Only thing that can ever challenge me in this game is a bounty. You know, now that I look at Shiva, she looks just like Jill. I'm looking at her good, but it makes sense though, so because that was her what you call it? Jump, Ambrosia, jump, please. Oh, you gotta be kidding me right now. There gotta be a way up. I'm not going through these woods. Alright.
Hopefully the registry is still here.
Man, this place has been taken over by the cash shit. Why am I not surprised? Alright, let's get this.
I should look around some more before I start breaking down doors.
Yeah, I would have broke down that door. He tripping, trying to wait. He trying to wait and shit. Yeah, I would have been broke down that door. I'm not gonna lie. There's no way here. There's nowhere you're gonna find the key, bro. Hid the key somewhere, like so. Oh, I didn't even repeat that. There's another building over here. Over here? Nope. Over here? The Kingdom of Wooloo hereby incorporates this institution, and juvenile bearers are granted the opportunity to give us a service-status soldiers, training, succumbing to the crystal's curse, otherwise perishing. Always.
Disposed of.
Well, I'm not surprised. Today's sets consist of 27 episodes. Ooh. They're for, ooh. Yeah, that's crazy.
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture.
Yeah, it basically is.
I wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry.
I'm trying to. I found that, and then I found this one. There's nothing else over here, though. Oh. I didn't read this, though. I recently learned that my own daughter was monitored and turned to stone by the brutal training I suggested into. I had not so much thought of her since handing her over to the authorities. So requires confirmed it was her. I've been torturing my own flesh and blood. Now I see her everywhere. Today is one of my children. Tree one should dismount at me in the hope of receiving a few scraps from my table. I inherited from my mother. I kill for you. Ooh. Ooh, this is pitiful. Can't feel bad for him, bro. Told you your own daughter is crazy work. You deserve whatever happened to you.
It's like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
I mean, what do you do? He goes, so I decided tomorrow I too must die, and today would be the last order I give to those poor riches. Last told me I said it. I was commanding to Terry Flindle. What? And Hunter, my course goes beneath the white tree, whose crooked hands reach the sky. So and beside me, my shame curse and the record of all their names and all the wrongs I've done all wrong. Oh, wow. Good news is, I think I know exactly. It's about a white tree. I guess this white tree? Or maybe that tree back there. Because that tree definitely screams ominous. That tree definitely screams ominous. But something tells me I'm not finna just be able to get this whenever I want and walk away from it though. Strange there's no cache here. So there's no way.
Forked white tree. This must be the place.
Yep, it's definitely the place.
Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry.
Alright, as 10-year-old. Ooh. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, this is fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, this is cruel. This is just cruel right here. Yeah, that's cruel, man.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. But where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose.
Should have stayed down and you told the kids to destroy it the first time. Yeah. Oh. Okay, let's see what you going for. Ooh. Yeah, I ain't cut out of my level, my boy. Ooh. Yeah. Let's end this. Let's end this. Yeah. Let's go. It's over. Them boys should have stayed dead. No mercy for them boys. None. Torturing kids like that. It's fucked up.
I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
So, Herman. Alright, I guess I took care of everything I need to take care of here. I will be back for you, Behemoth King. Do not think that I forgot.
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Sid. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
If I may. The bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces, like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Sid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering. And in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
Alright. You need any more help, bro? I'ma come through. You ain't gotta worry about it, bro. I got you. Let's go talk to Mid now. I got everything. I did everybody's mission that while I was out, so.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
You make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realized I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
And
a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
I'm ready. Since I'm already over here, I guess I will talk to the children.
Has Mid at all mentioned a new project yet?
Not exactly.
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales?
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find.
All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Look how kind the children are, how willing they are to help. She should be very thankful.
Well, did they have it?
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? He's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... well, you just wait and see. That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm going to bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Not a bad idea, man. Creating a treasure hunt, setting a precedent for future generations to find out about the airship and then learn how to make it. You know, it's funny. Now that I think about it, when I first beat this game, I honestly didn't see a sequel for it. But now a sequel idea kind of popped in my head. And it's kind of like, it's not nothing unique or nothing. Honestly, kind of at the end of the game, we kind of saw that it was taking place in the future. And then from that point, it's like, now I think about it, I wonder who wrote that book at the end too. About that. It's probably Yote. Either Yote or Gio wrote it. One of the two. Or maybe both. But it's good to do a sequel game to this game that can be set in the future after the events of this game. Let's say, I forgot how many years it was when the set ended, but we could do something like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Was no trouble at all. Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Crystals crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Now will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
Alright. Let's talk to everyone else first and then we'll get there.
Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution, and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his, but yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle-axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. 2 such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man!
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal!
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw!
Once more onto the breach.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes, and I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will. Well, my boy, the stage is set.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Alright, bet. Ooh. Okay. Items. No boatman.
What do you think that thing is? And how the hell is Sid gonna deal with that?
Alright. Don't worry about how I'm gonna deal with it. Just know I'm gonna deal with it. Cause I'm that guy. And plus, I mean, you guys are leaders, so have a little more faith in me. Alright, I got a couple more people to talk to. Before I do that, though, hold that thought. Alright, Vivian, let's talk.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
A scholar's bonnet. Alright, I got one more person to talk to. New mission? I'll check it out.
Ah, me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is...
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did, aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day, my mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over, what with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learn from it. And here you are, after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword. I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Yeah, the best meal you ever asked for, man. He came through in the end too. That's
One of these days. One of these days, I swear it's gonna be me who drinks you under the table.
If by under the table you mean retching on my boots half the night, I reckon one of those days was yesterday.
Ha ha, you think you're so funny. But just wait till we crack open the bottle I left in your chambers. That stuff's strong enough to burn the horns off a behemoth.
Sounds like I'll be needing some new boots.
Nah, that's like, in a way, it's like after you beat the game. I know I was just saying it over and over, but like after you beat the game, to see in this conversation, it's like, damn, like Gad really kept his end of the deal at the end. He was there for Jill and Torgor after not just Clive, but also Joshua both gone in the final battle.
There's something about it.
So it's like, damn, it's like really hit that point.
Brother, I put Father's helm in your chambers. He should be with you when his vision is finally realized.
Thank you, Joshua. For everything.
Ah, don't mention it.
Dion, we haven't talked in a while, bro.
The hour fast approaches.
Oh no.
Make ready.
He's just gonna talk about the origin. It's crazy how like nobody really came back from that final mission, bro. Well, technically one did, but he didn't make it. So. Well, look at there, quite the collection. And just like he promised, Gav gets his sword and his room. The reading table. Concern for Jill. Okay. Her icon brought her much suffering. The loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart. We will be poor friends indeed, if not to see that like that burning even for a fraction before we part for the skies. I will speak on this more in a private matter.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Alright. Let's see what Joshua has to say about that. Making amends. I'm aware that the matters of great importance in which demand your attention, but should you find yourself a moment, be visit me in the shells, I might ask for single favor concerning His Highness Prince Dion. Oh, that'll be interesting.
It's usually me making demands of Harpocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Well, I guess I should go see what Joshua has to say. What did you have to say?
Time yet, is it?
No, not yet, Jill.
I'm always with you, Clive.
I swear, it's like every conversation I have, it always just makes me think about the ending. It really does, guys. Just makes me thinking about it so much. It's like, damn. Knowing everything, it's like, damn. But you really see, yeah, I really see. I wish I kind of done these side missions now before. Can you really get to see just how anxious everybody really is in during these conversations?
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
It's not a bad idea, Joshua. Not a bad idea at all. Alright, guys, we're getting really close now to the point where I get really close so I can do the Echoes DLC. Alright, because this it's priceless in this mission. I honestly didn't have to do all the rest of the side missions, but if I was going to do 1 and 2 side missions, I might as well just start doing all the rest of them too. So I was like, I'm glad I did though. And one last thing I need to check on before we hit a stopping point though. I'm going to check on this over here. I forgot what this was. I gained something from doing this though. Oh yeah, it's probably updated, huh? Because I killed the dragon. The Break of Worlds. Yeah, the Behemoth King. Now, he will fall to me, whether he wants to or not. It's not a choice. There's so many of them that I need to take down. So many. Oh, I did take them down. Pandemonium. There's another one too, though. Yeah, I've seen these guys before, the Maggot brothers. I've seen them before. I just never really went to go fight them. I already want to know what the break of worlds is, though. Oh well.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Oh. Alright, alright.
Here you are. All yours.
Genji glove? Oh yeah, I'm definitely equipping that.
Hasn't been delivered yet, I'm afraid.
Oh man.
You've already got that one.
Oh.
All done?
Oh yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I got that Genji glove. I forgot how I get stuff like that. Should have checked on that a lot sooner. Increases damage dealt to enemies by 5%. Yeah, it may seem like it's only 5%, but you guys don't know. You just don't know. Increases the XP earned. Actually, let's keep that equipped and disable this. Give me this. Can I not see others?
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
I got most of the stuff, but still, if I can get the Genji glove, that means I can get more.
All in good time, eh?
Done to keep on. Oh, okay, let's see.
All done?
Name is how face will be fine.